Introducing the speed range of 2, 3 and 4-place light aircraft. The speed range is manufactured by Australian Lightwing, a trusted name in Australian light sports aircraft since 1985. The speed is available in a range of configurations from fully manufactured to a home builder's kit. The SP2000, as we call it, can be kit built and RIA registered. LSA certification of the factory-built SP2000 permits flight training to be carried out, and if the same aircraft is LSA certificated and placed on the commercial register, commercial airwork and flight training, including aerobatics, are permitted. Investment. Lightwing aircraft have a tradition going back 20 years of retaining a high resale value due to our rugged construction methods, stylish design features and the forward thinking that's gone into every aspect of this feature-packed aircraft. Fuel consumption for the SP2000 is approximately 19 litres per hour, cruising at 120 knots, whilst the SP4000 is estimated to use 35 litres per hour, cruising at 150 knots. Our control sticks are located to the pilot's left and on the passenger's right. Elevator and roll are well harmonised, providing responsive and accurate control. Let's take a brief look at some of the speed specifications. Cruise speed of the SP2000 is 120 knots or 2 nautical miles per minute, whilst the SP4000 is expected to deliver a cruise speed of 155 knots. Stall speed of the SP2000 is 45 knots, whilst the SP4000 will stall at 55 knots. Minimum strip length for the SP2000 is 600 metres and 800 metres is required for the SP4000. On final for a landing runway 24 Ballina. With an approach speed of 60 knots, our sure-footed spring steel undercart, 15-inch tyres and disc brakes combine with our large electrically operated flaps to make round out and landing the speed as easy as, well, just plain easy. Moving briefly back inside the cockpit for a look at the controls. The lightest fingertip control is required on the speed's side sticks. Joining Howie Hughes, CEO of Australian Lightwing, for a brief look around the speed in detail. On a crisp Friday afternoon, we've seen a lot of shots of the aircraft speeding around the paddocks and around the skies of Ballina, but now let's have a look at some of the details of the speed and some of its brilliant features. Starting at the front of the aircraft with the Cummins spinner, Australian made of course. One of the benefits of the speed that all the parts in the aircraft, in the airframe, are made in Australia with the exception of the engine. Moving back to the volley blades, made in Adelaide, South Australia. Carbon fibre, very strong, and they have a polyurethane leading edge, which is excellent for protection, particularly in the rain, and also for protection against stone chips. Highest quality bearings and high strength material have been used in the manufacture of our CNC prop hub. Our VIP prop carries a 2-year guarantee. For those that aren't familiar with the Rotax 912, the engine has a dry sump and utilises an oil tank located in the engine compartment. Here we see checking the oil through a small hatch located in the engine bonnet. All three of the Speed's wheels are covered with neat fiberglass fairings, which of course reduce aerodynamic drag and also protect the aircraft from stone chips. The 3 Speed undercart legs are high tensile spring steel, great for absorbing energy in a landing or even a hard landing. They bend and give in a very kindly way, making ground handling of the Speed excellent. Inside the cockpit, we take a lot of care over the ergonomics of the various controls in the aircraft. Our side control sticks are excellent. They're out of the way. They allow easy entry and exit from the cockpit, and are comfortable in your left hand for the pilot and right hand for the passenger. Neat little upholstered boot. The entire interior of the cockpit is lined with a head lining or a hood lining, very similar to an automotive hood lining, and it can be fully upholstered in leather. Our pedals are adjustable fore and aft, individually adjustable from side to side with the flick of a lever. The pedals can be moved forward and back. Hydraulic brakes, tow-operated brakes with optional hydraulic brakes on the passenger side. The stick has two positions. Because it is a side stick, if you happen to have short arms or long legs and a short back or whatever, you do have two positions for the stick. This is spanner adjustable. The seats are also adjustable, so given the three adjustment situations, you can accommodate yourself no matter what your height, and you have adequate headroom inside the aircraft. Switches in the production aircraft are located above the pilot's head.
5 degrees of negative flap permits the speed to cruise at 120 knots or 2 nautical miles per minute. The flaps are conveniently operated by a small switch on the central console.
Moving back along the aircraft, our heat-formed Perspex windscreen, beautifully shaped for a good clean aerodynamic shape to the front of the aircraft. 2 safety bars inside the aircraft. These are common to many welded steel-framed aircraft, and they're essential to protect the occupants in the event of an accident. A fully welded steel protection cage surrounds the pilots, which is the hallmark of our light-wing aircraft. We have an impeccable safety record, and it's almost entirely because of our welded steel safety cage. Sitting in a clear bubble, of course, is wonderful as long as you like to get sunburnt, but in the event of an accident, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, like the integrity and the safety of our safety cages. Back a little further, our gull wing doors, gas strut there, which aids in the opening and closing of the door, and pulling the door down, we see our 3 safety locks which secure the door. Shut the door with a clonk, throws out 3 pins which secure the door. The door is a very important structural feature in an aircraft that's going at speeds above 100 knots, and it's absolutely essential that the door is secured. Our seats inside the aircraft are snug and comfortable. We have a high-backed seat, not fitted to this aircraft yet, but a great seat with a headrest, 4-point harnesses, and let's just have a quick look at one of the components of the Speed, made right here, of course, in our composite shop. That's one of our wing ribs. Very, very strong, extremely light, and an excellent example of a top-class Australian-made aircraft product. So you may well ask, what is the Speed made of? The body is made of a semi-structural fiberglass skin, and beneath that the traditional welded steel space frame. This is computer designed and is extremely light and very, very strong, and of course very, very durable, and it's not subject to fatigue in any way. We've had these aircraft have been around for well over 20 years with something like 5, even 8,000 hours flight time, and we haven't had any problems with our welded steel frame. Moving back, our tail section has a composite frame, and our control surfaces are also composite. The main wings of the Speed are aluminium frame. In the LSA category, the outboard panels of the wings are fabric covered, whilst the inboard panels are aluminium with a high tensile aluminium main spar. This is stressed at plus and minus 6 Gs, making the aircraft aerobatic. So that about wraps up our up close. Oh, just to mention, all of the control surfaces on the Speed are fully mass balanced, and the Speed is tested to a V&E way past what the average use will present.
Australian Lightwing, the winner of numerous industry awards since 1985. Awarded Grand Champion at Mangalore in 1985, Australian Lightwing has never looked back as a leader in innovation and design.